oasis or the desert paradise, and Siwa is one of the most beautiful Egyptian regions that attracts tourism throughout the year in light of the great potential it possesses in terms of touristic diversity. And to shed more light on Siwa and the beauty of this touristic area, we are joined over the phone by Dr. Yehia Abdel. He is a tourism expert. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, sir, as we are talking now about the Siwa oasis or the desert paradise, can you tell us more about Siwa oasis geographically and its location?
Well, recently, Prime Minister Dr. Madbouli visited Matrua Governorate and Siwa oasis to check on the development economic project of the water management and the drainage water systems, really, which is vital for the agribusiness of the Siwa oasis, which is famous for, like its fresh produce of olives and of dates and of figs and of grapes and of medical herbs as well. So really that was the recent visit of His Excellency Prime Minister, and really Siwa oasis, like has many attractions, like its location, its weather, like its facilities that provide. It has, like cluster-free sands and fresh water and clear air quality that makes it very attractive, like for patients who fly from all over the world to receive medical and natural treatment, like using its mineral waters and being, and turn it into its warm sand during the summer.
Yes, Dr. Yehia, also, can you tell us more about the most interesting tourist attractions in Oasis, and what makes Siwa Oasis different from any other attraction here in Egypt?
Well, really, it has a very historical and archaeological role, like in the life of Egypt and Egyptians, because it has a rich history, like that dates back to Pharaonic, Greco-Roman, Coptic and Islamic times and antiquities. And it's a great attraction really for visitors from all over the world. For example, the fortress and castle of Shali has been restored, like 2 years ago. And we remember, like when Alexander the Great came to Egypt in 332 BC, he went to the Ammon, like temples in Siwa, and he met the oracles, like, and they gave him prophecy that he's descendant of pharaohs and he's going to be a great, like conqueror. And then he went to conquer Asia Minor for like about 7 years. So historically, it has a very rich history, and it has an excellent museum as well.
So, sir, what is the importance of preserving the heritage of Oasis of Siwa?
Well, really, the western desert of Egypt, like the Siwa Oasis, it's very rich and very fertile. It has its own heritage, traditions, culture, and the women, like they produce handicraft, like dresses and handicraft and basketware and food style, and that visitors like so much to try while they are visiting and staying like a week in Siwa Oasis, and then they bring souvenirs, they come home. So it's a very, distinctive and colorful part of the Egyptian experience and, tourist facilities that Egypt enjoys.
So, sir, how do you see the impact of the visit by the Prime Minister on development in this area?
Well, really, it was, very vital because there was, underground water that was threatening a large number of the antiquities and temples over there. So the government made, strategic plans to control, the underwater, underground water and the draining system to make it, more conservative. This is as well increased the size and the room for more land to be developed, and that's why we have excellent agriculture and agribusiness development in Siwa. we have the olive oil, we have the dates, we have, like the produce of figs and grapes, and we have wheat and barley as well. So really, the products is very pristine and clear and so natural. That's why there is high demand on the agriculture products of Siwa, as well as it's linked by Marsa Matruh through the road transportation. That's where like visitors arrive at Marsa Matruh airport, and then they travel by coach for over 4 hours. And there's a Siwa airport as well. So all these facilities and its hotels, some of them, like are environmental hotels that has no power, no internet, all the, like the pleasures of modern life. So they make it so conservative and so comfortable for international visitors.
So, sir, also, what kind of tourist is interested in tourism in this area?
Well, really, like mostly eco, like friendly and environmental tourists from Europe. I mean, the number one, like international tourist inflows to see where they come from Germany. They love so much, and some of them, they would come annually, like for the nature, for the pictures, for the, like all the fruits it has, and all the sightseeing, and they camp, and they enjoy it so much. It's so pristine, and it's away from the busy, like cities and metropolis. So it's very curative and so natural. So many people who suffer, like from many, like diseases and infections, they come over there. They stay for like 10 days to a week, and they are healed, and they go back without, like imposing, like any medical, like or pharmaceutical medicine on them. So nature heals them. So that's the value of spending a week or 10 days in the Siwa Oasis.
Also, the Prime Minister asserted the importance of developing El Souq Square and renovation works in the old oasis as part of the national project aimed at upgrading the irrigation and drainage management system in Siwa Oasis. To what extent this movement by the government will help in upgrading Siwa and making it more attractive to tourists?
Well, really, it's going to make it comfortable for the residents and dwellers, like of Siwa, the Bedouins, like of Western Sahara, and it's going to increase, like the volume of the business by the developing the souks, the shops, the commercial and economic aspects, like for their livelihood, and they have, like they raise sheep and cattle as well. So there's a diversity, and it's a pristine place, and this is going to be an abundance and more international flows of tourists coming to Siwa to enjoy the services, the facilities, the environment, and all the attraction that's famous for since 2,000 to 3,000 years ago.
Yes, sir, away from Siwa, also we will see in the coming days the start of Al Alamein Festival Conference, and to what extent this festival conference will promote Al Alamein area as a touristic destination?
Well, really, this is great strategic planning by the Ministry of Tourism, of Culture, like of many entities. Because Al Alamein now is a worldwide resort, like it has, like its own luxury, like brands and residential areas. And annually, like this is the time of celebration. Every year in the summer, we have, like great, like performers, concerts and festivals and gala dinners where guests, like arrive from all over the world. And we have an excellent airport there. We have another one in Marsa Matruh. And remember, the whole area was like theater for World War II. So it has museum and artifacts and attractions as well. So these parties and events and concerts, like develop over there. They gather thousands of visitors. They like to enjoy the summer vacation over the Mediterranean beaches. And it will be a great summer vacation and break for them.
Yes. Also, the new city of Al Alamein offers a comprehensive tourist experience through the beach area, the historical area, the cultural city, which is known as the City of Arts, which is built on an area of 260,000 acre cultural library, in addition to to a building for developing Bedouin skills. So how can we make use of all this to promote for Alamein throughout the year, not only in summer?
Exactly. Alamein now is not a summer vacation resort, like it's year-round open because the government really, they had a very smart planning where they opened international universities over there. So we have like students who study year-round, and
Yes.
then we have projects, ongoing for developing the region and upgrading the skills of the Bedouins and giving them settlements. So the whole area has been renovated and developed as year-round project and a business for the whole resort. That's why it's going to be going and growing over the years.
Yes.
It's going to be a great summer vacation resort as well, and winter, haven for visitors who like to stay there